Andy Vences, so biggest fight of your career. You've acknowledged that already. You guys got the weigh-in, man. It was very feisty. Now you're getting your post weigh-in meal, man. Looks very good. Just talk to us about where you're at mentally.
Mentally, just relaxing now, just winding down. The press conference is, it's all, for the people, for the fans, me, Eric being in his head. I know I'm already in his head, but now it's just relaxing, bro, just winding down, and that's it. From here to tomorrow, it's all fun, but once we go to the locker room and start punching the mitts, it's game on, bro. It's focus. But from here to there, dude, seriously, I just kick back and enjoy it. I take it like a time off. It's the best time, though. I love this time.
I was seeing how you were explaining to Timothy Bradley your commute to your daily commute to the gym, just the sacrifices that you make to get to the gym, man. Yet alone to be in the position that you are today. I would imagine your father. I know he's a big part of your life. He's the one that's been there right next to you. So I want to ask him if he can just explain to us all the sacrifices that you made and how he feels about it. If he can just give us his thoughts on it and get into this point of your career, man. And if you can go ahead and tell us that. Is his English good or is yeah. Just go ahead and fire away, man. Just tell us about this journey with your son, Andy Vences.
Well, Andy, it's been a very dedicated kid right since he was little. The way he got into boxing, it wasn't just because it was my choice or it was anybody's influence. It was an influence for himself. My influence was martial arts. I was a martial artist in the 80s, back in the 80s. I was so fan of Bruce Lee and stuff. So I wanted to kind of move on into that direction. I couldn't do it for many different reasons, but when I had one of my kids, I saw the toughest physical appearance on Andy, and I started putting him to go do some sports, and then I put him in martial arts, and after that, then he didn't do that well, so I always put him in his mind how to do something in life besides school. And one of those things was I always take him to watch the professional boxings, the pay-per-view boxings, because I always been watching that. So I wanted to see he got some interest on that, but not coming out of my mouth. I wanted to see if he can catch that on just watching it, and he did. So when he brought that up, then I say, well, okay, that's not going to be an easy thing to do. I still make him look like it wasn't a sport to play around. So since he wasn't that really serious kid, he was kind of messing around with many different things. I didn't want him to mess around with boxing because in boxing you can get hurt and it's for life. So I explained that to him, and I said, well let's see. I took him to boxing and start going into the process of the boxing, learning basics and all that stuff. And I noticed he was learning it really quick, and then I wasn't myself frustrated as a father telling him what to do like I was doing with martial arts. He was doing everything he's supposed to do. So he even was the one after my back telling me, when you're going to take me to boxing, why? So there's a lot of times I was busy myself, I wanted to skip boxing classes, and he started crying. He says, why not take me to boxing today? Because I'm busy, we'll go tomorrow. No, and he started crying. So I had to put things away to go take him to boxing. I didn't feel as a father, supportive father, if I didn't want to take him to boxing just because something else came up. So I had to drop my stuff out and go drop him out the boxing and keep going with that thing, and until I let him fight his first fight. And when he did came his first amateur fight, he did very well. I saw his enthusiasm, the way he fought that fight, just to be the winner of that fight, the way he struggled, the way he did everything he could to come out successful, and he did. So I knew he needed time for him to catch up, to start showing some skills in boxing. It all takes time. So he went through the process of learning and started failing and losing some of the fights. I always told him, hey, losing is not loser. Losing in the sport and anyone else is part of the learning process. So all I did is I said, I just keep putting him in his mind. You have to just keep going and see how far you can get, until. And I said,
he's gotten this far now.
Right.
How has that journey been? It's a very difficult one, from my understanding.
Well, for him it's been difficult. For me, it's been surprising. because I didn't even know myself he was going to make it this far. I was just right behind his path saying, because that's what I said to myself. I'm going to support him until he say, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for.
You thought he was going to tell you that before he got to this point now.
Right. There were times he was flaking, not because of boxing, because these are the things in life, like school, family matters, things like that.
Yeah.
So and then he was hanging around with a lot of friends, just losing around, and I thought he was gonna
stay away from the friends.
Yeah, and then I thought he was gonna flake in one of those times, but no, he kept going back to the gym. He kept going back to the gym, and I told him many times that's what saved you in boxing. That you always, no matter what happened, you always went back to the gym. Yeah. Even his coach told him a few times that he didn't show up, or he wasn't really
taking it seriously
doing the sport. Yeah. He set him up one time in a fight match, in a sparring match, just to make him lose and he can get tired and not come back anymore. He says, but you know what? He surprised me. He kicked this guy's butt, and it surprised me, and he kept coming up. So anyways, I did the same thing. I said, until he tells me I don't want to do this, then that's when I'm going to stop. But as long as he said to me, I'm going to keep doing, or I see him keep going, I'm going to be right supporting him.
Yeah.
So we did that. But I noticed he was doing better and better. As more fights he was going through, he was improving his skills. He got to a point, start getting interest in learning new techniques. He learned it, and then he going to jump into a new technique. If there was a coach he didn't want to learn, didn't want to teach him, he will move on and find other coach that can teach him that new technique. But he always keeps moving up and coming up with new techniques and doing better and better. And to me, I see it like a flower thing. Out of nothing, all this time you see him making this spread of the flower coming out. And now you got
like
this.
Like Tupac said, the flower that grows from concrete.
Yeah.
Andy, how do you feel about that? Your father's telling me that he thought you were going to just fizzle away, man, that you showed those signs that you were just going to step away from the gym, but you've got him this far. He's surprised himself. He's admitting it. How do you feel about that, man, about showing your dad that, well, you know what you're able to accomplish when your mindset is right and you're focused? Just how do you feel about that, man?
I feel good because, like, during the amateurs, it was hard. You know, there was a lot of distractions in high school. Yeah. To be honest, in the amateurs, throughout my career, I experienced a lot. I was trying to party and box at the same time. It wasn't working out, but I was always in the gym.
Wasn't working out.
But I noticed that, it wasn't working out. You know, winning, losing, it wasn't working out. But I was so immature, so young.
Yeah.
But, I did notice my dad was, like, kind of losing out on me at some point during high school and started not caring. Yeah. But, like you said, one thing I was always doing, even though I'd party and I'd go to bed at 3 in the morning, I'd wake up and I'd always go to the gym, bro, like, all the time. So that's one thing that... Like, the love for the sport and the dedication was there, dude. Even through my bad times, I've always gone to the gym. I used to ride a bike 1 hour to the gym when I didn't have a car. When I started having problems with accidents, messing around too much, I was still riding the bike, taking the bus to the gym. So, like, I never let the interactions in my life influence if I was going to go or not. I made it happen, like, no excuses.
Yeah. So last thing, man, before I let you guys go, just what would you like to tell other people that have been there? Whether it's a lot of people that have been there for you, or whether it's few that have been there for you, those people that have been there for you, what do you tell them, man? Just final words. When what do you want to tell them?
Just to the people that have been there for me in any kind of way. Even lead them up in life for every. Sometimes you get hands here and there that help you. So to everybody that's helped me along the way in life, from advice to financial to any type of help, just thanks. It really means a lot. It's just I'm ready to show out tomorrow night. I'm focused. I'm relaxed. I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it.
Cool.
But my pops is proud. He's pumped. He knows we trained like a world title fight, but this is just another fight. I'm on a different level, and I'm gonna show Eric that tomorrow. Like, I feel like he doesn't know. He's in real tough, and he's never fought no one like me, bro. So he's gonna see the El Tiburon, the hybrid version. So.